All right, so what we got here today is LeBron making Luka worse? Now, chat, as we do know, we got the tragic news last month that Luka was traded to the Lakers for a hot dog and a bag of chips, to my understanding. So let's just get into it, man. Let's see, man.
We are now 7 games into the Luka Doncic era in LA. And after getting out to a rough start, things seem to be on the right path for the Lakers and their new superstar. But Luka still doesn't look quite like Luka. In fact, his first 3 games with the team was statistically the worst 3-game stretch of his entire career, trailing even his first 3 games in the NBA. Now, there are plenty of great reasons why this has been the case. The man is transitioning into a completely new system. He's playing alongside new teammates and just beginning to build chemistry with them. He's coming off of the most serious injury in his career, and he's playing himself back into shape. And of course, he's still mentally recovering from one of the most egregious cases of backstabbing in sports history. All of these explanations are perfectly reasonable, but
chat, y'all know how traumatic that must be, bro? Like, you the franchise player of a team, and you just get traded like that out of the blue, bro? Like, come on, dog.
Some fans having in sports history. All of these explanations are perfectly reasonable, but some fans have elected a 4th possible reason for Luka's recent slump. This man, claiming that LeBron is to blame for Luka's struggles because he simply does not make his teammates better. In fact, some fans are claiming he never has, and that Luka is next in line to have his career completely altered by LeBron and his heliocentric, self-serving play style.
That's okay, because LeBron the GOAT.
It's a claim that sounds outlandish, but as Luka's first stretch in LA has unfolded, I've begun to see this claim more and more. LeBron simply doesn't elevate those around him. And the more I saw it, the more I began to wonder if LeBron is a great teammate or if he is just a great player. A question that—
You give LeBron the ball, you move out the way. You give LeBron the ball, you move out the way. Don't matter if you're a good teammate around him. He don't. Hey, give the ball to LeBron. Get the hell out the way, man. That's all I gotta say, man.
It led me down a rabbit hole of player testimonies, historic data, and career trajectories to uncover the truth behind if LeBron truly makes his teammates better.
LeBron the GOAT, man. No glazing.
Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. Whether you're looking for concerts—
Chat, stop saying that's glazing. It's not. It's the truth, bro. It's the truth. Stop saying that's glazing. Come on, bro.
The year is 2007. Dirk Nowitzki is the MVP frontrunner. Steve Jobs just announced the first iPhone. Kevin Durant is still at Texas. And LeBron just dropped a 40-piece on the Pistons. An early masterpiece within his storied career and fuel to the fire both for fans and critics. At this point, the world was well acclimated to the megastar LeBron was becoming. This kid isn't just good, he may be the best player in the world. But does he make his teammates better? In a Slam article published in March of 2007, the question was already being posed. The verdict at the time? It didn't matter. His teammates weren't good enough to make a difference anyways, and he would need to drop 40 bombs.
The conclusion is LeBron gonna have to score 40 or more for the Cavs to make it into playoffs.
To keep his team alive come the playoffs. Which is exactly what he did a month later when he put together one of the most ridiculous carry jobs the NBA has ever seen, dragging an underwhelming Cavs roster to the NBA Finals.
I'm saying, like, chat, does it really matter if he makes his teammates better or not? Like, the man is literally dropping 40, bro. He's dropping 40 points at 40 years old. Like, who you know doing that, bro? Like, who do you know is doing that? It doesn't even matter.
Forward 18 years, and LeBron is still really good. And the question of if he truly makes his teammates better is still being asked. The latest evidence suggesting he actually doesn't? A 25-year-old superstar Luka Doncic struggling to adapt to a system centered around a 40-year-old LeBron. Career lows almost across.
Chat. Me personally, bro, I don't even, like, I would be traumatized if I was Luka, bro.
System centered around
they said that he bought a house in Dallas too,
almost across the board in his first stretch with the team. And although there is a list of perfectly good explanations for Luka's struggles, some suggest the real problem is LeBron. We have seen LeBron elevate countless teammates into real championship caliber players. But we've also seen legitimate talent get suppressed and relegated under LeBron's leadership and play style. So, is there any real validity to this argument? And is LeBron James a great teammate? or just a great player? Well, over the course of LeBron's career, he has played...
You come to LeBron's team, you play by LeBron's rules. Simple as that. Simple as that.
With a total of 240 players, but many of these were for just a handful of games. Of the 240, 110 of these teammates played with him for a considerable amount of time.
That's
at
simple,
least
bro.
a full season of being on the same roster.
Who on this list? Ray John Rondo, Michael Beasley, Jordan Clarkson, Marc Gasol, Kyrie, Austin Reeves. Yeah, Chad, you got some decent names on here. Kyle Korver. You got some decent names on here, Chad.
110 past and present teammates, only 27 of them played their best season in the league while playing with LeBron. That's only 25%. The other 75% of his teammates had their best season somewhere else. But this isn't really a fair metric. Many of these players became teammates with LeBron long after...
Is Kyrie on here? No, Kyrie's not on here.
To their prime years and weren't nearly as good
Kyrie
or
on this
productive
side.
as they were prior to teaming up with LeBron. Now, looking at the most notable and longest tenured teammates of LeBron's career, nearly all of them played better or at least had better seasons.
You got Zangas Puskas, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, JR, Kevin Love, Anthony Davis, Kyrie, Mo Williams.
Without LeBron, and most of these players were in their prime when they became teammates, including Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Kevin Love, and Anthony Davis. But this still doesn't address the progression or regression players have once they team up with LeBron. How players played in the season prior to teaming up with LeBron, how they played in the following season with LeBron, and how they played once they were no longer teammates with him. So here is every player that was a teammate of LeBron's for at least a full season's worth of games. 59 players in total, ranging from Avery Bradley and Rashard Lewis
Ray
to
Allen,
Anthony Davis
Kevin
and
Love.
Chris Bosh. Now, of the 52 players who played at least a full season in the league before becoming teammates with LeBron, 26 of them saw an increase in their value and impact after teaming up with him. 24 had a decrease in their value and impact, and 2 of them stayed virtually the same. In other words, about half of LeBron's teammates played better, about half of them played worse, and on average, his presence was...
So more of them played better than playing worse. More played better. So what's the problem, bro?
Teammates played better,
What's the
about
problem?
half of them played worse, and on average, his presence was essentially a net neutral. But this is where it gets really interesting. Of the 45
Like, bro,
players...
these people down here are just trash. Like, I'm sorry, but they're just trash, bro. Like, you got Dellavedova, bro. Like, Ray Allen, not trash. Like, who is a Damon Jones, bro? What is a Damon Jones? Larry, like, bro, come on, bro.
A net neutral. But this is where it gets really interesting. Of the 45 players who played seasons following their time with LeBron, in cases where he left the team or they did, 34 of them saw a decrease in their value and impact once they were no longer teammates. On average, when players join LeBron, their value pretty much doesn't change. But once they are no longer teammates with LeBron, their value tends to fall off drastically. Why this happens is completely dependent on the situation and the player. It may be due to aging, readjusting to a new system, or probably the massive LeBron-sized void that is left in his departure. According to this data, overall, having LeBron as a teammate produces an overwhelmingly positive result versus not having him as a teammate.
Exactly.
Breaking news. I know, right? But it also tells us that, generally speaking, LeBron doesn't really make his teammates better. This data is far from perfect, but it tells us a lot about the impact LeBron has had and the role he has played throughout his career.
How you gonna argue against the
Historically,
numbers?
LeBron has made teams better, but not often do we see players, especially established players, take leaps in their game.
Bro, the players consist of the team, bro. The team consists of the players, bro.
His teammate. Oftentimes, especially established players take leaps in their game as his teammate. Oftentimes, his sheer dominance and other players fitting around his playstyle being the driving force for his team's success, which is actually revealed within this data, because the players that tend to see the most improvement once they become teammates with LeBron are the ones that mesh well with his playstyle. 3-and-D off-ball scoring threats and shooters that space the floor and benefit from LeBron's playmaking. J.R. Smith, Mo Williams, Channing Frye, Kyle Korver, Rashard Lewis, and Shane Battier. Big men have consistently also benefited from playing with LeBron. Players like Ilgauskas, Tristan Thompson, Drew Gooden, JaVale McGee, Ben Wallace, and Timofey Mozgov have all seen a boost in their production and efficiency while playing with LeBron. Now, the players that tend to regress once they become teammates with him are usually the high-usage, ball-dominant players that are pushed into a more passive role when sharing the court with LeBron. Essentially,
Chat, why is Dwayne Wade over here, bro? Didn't him and Dwayne Wade ball out, bro? They had the best duo besides him and Kyrie, bro.
Former first options that have to adjust to being second or at times even third options on offense, changing their touches, their rhythm, and even when and how they operate on the court. Players like Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Kevin Love, Anthony Davis, Rajon Rondo, Russell Westbrook, and possibly where we might eventually find Luka Doncic. And this is the answer to the age-old question we came here to answer today. For most players, teaming up with LeBron can come with more open looks.
My fault, chat. Y'all can't even see what it said, bro. Who is LeBron making better?
It can mean an easier offensive assignment or a role that better suits your play style. With a playmaker as incredible as LeBron is, scoring opportunities can open up in places they never did before, in the form of lobs, skip passes, being rewarded for cutting and moving off the ball, and even being in close proximity to LeBron, granting them access to one of the sharpest minds basketball has ever seen. For the most part, it's the role players, glue guys, spot-up shooters who have benefited greatly from playing with LeBron. For these players, he does in fact make them better and more valuable on the court. As some would put it, LeBron is the ultimate floor raiser. For most of his career, you could give him 7 marginal talents and he would find a way to turn them into a 50-win title contending team. It is a tangible quality that has ultimately been a blessing
Why they
and
hating on
at
LeBron,
times
bro?
a curse. The blessing is that regardless of who LeBron is playing with, he is the offense. The curse is that regardless of who LeBron is playing with, he's still the offense. And this floor-raising superpower seems to get neutralized the further off the floor it gets. For elite players who are accustomed to running an offense tailor-made for them and their pace and their play style, playing with LeBron is a massive adjustment. The more your game is predicated on operating with the ball in your hands, the less likely playing with LeBron is going to elevate your game. And so it ends up being the best, high-usage, high-profile, ball-dominant players that usually see a slight decline in their production and impact once they become teammates with LeBron. It's Chris Bosh and Kevin Love going from bona fide first options to hyper-efficient third options with a lighter offensive load. It's players like Anthony Davis and Dwayne Wade going from offensive engines to pieces in what inevitably becomes LeBron's offense. In 2018, Kevin Pelton of ESPN used the Shaney projection system to find out if LeBron made his teammates better. And after analyzing 25 different teammates of LeBron from 2014 to 2018, the numbers indicated that only 9 of them met or exceeded their projected impact once teaming up with LeBron. Pelton's final conclusion after conducting his analysis: any team with James must be careful not to invest too many resources on players who are best with the ball in their hands. Instead, the focus should be finding role players.
Yeah, Chad, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. They're doing way too much, bro. They're low-key doing way too much, twin. Like LeBron, bro. If you're on LeBron's team, like nobody asked you to get traded to LeBron's team, bro. Like, honestly, they're doing way too much with all these statistics and all this, bro. Oh, LeBron doesn't make players better around him, bro. LeBron is LeBron. And if y'all can't accept the fact he's the offense, bro, then maybe you need to just find another team, bro. But deal with it, bro. Because it's LeBron's team either way. If LeBron is on the team, bro, it's his team either way. Let's just be real. Let's just keep it real. If LeBron is on the team, bro, it's his team either way.
Instead, the focus should be finding role players whose games will mesh well with LeBron's. And although teaming up with LeBron is a transition that has proven to be purely incompatible for some players, a lighter offensive burden is not necessarily an indicator of regression. In fact, in many cases, sacrificing box score numbers and shot attempts and usage is a sacrifice necessary to win. For every player that was forced to take a backseat and transform their game for the sake of LeBron and the team, there's a player who's found success and improvement in being teammates with LeBron. Because LeBron may or may not make you a better player, but he has perpetually made teams better. And it's a trade-off that most players are ready and willing to make if they want to win. Dwayne Wade said that LeBron is the best teammate you could ever have. Chris Bosh said playing with LeBron was a dream and that the game was easy with him. Kevin Love said LeBron made the game easier for all of us. Anthony Davis said LeBron is the best leader I've ever played with.
Bro.
He makes everyone better. And this is the resounding sentiment of most players that have played with LeBron. He is the best player in the world and an even better teammate. LeBron put me in a position to succeed. He's a great teammate. He's a great teammate. He made the game easier for all of us. LeBron is the ultimate teammate. LeBron makes the right play every time. He is an incredible teammate. The numbers and data may get us closer to an objective truth behind this question, but it's the personal testimonies from teammates themselves that, to me, speak louder than anything. And all of this information that we gather here today gives us a small glimpse at where this duo may end up and the sacrifices that will be necessary if they want to tap into their full potential of what they can be as teammates. For 2 decades, LeBron has been the centerpiece to every roster he's ever been on. 240 teammates over the course of 22 years, all of them fitting around him. But at the age of 40, it might be time to pass the torch to a player who is ready to fill a role only LeBron once could. LeBron and Luka may be able to coexist just as they are without compromising their games. But if history has shown us anything, regardless of the talent available, and especially if the talent available is extraordinary, in order to be great, someone has to be willing to recalibrate their game in exchange for winning and what's best for those around them. A sacrifice that many great players have made for LeBron, and one that he may soon have to make for his teammate.
Hey, man. Chad, I feel like if you're on LeBron's team, bro, it's his team, dog. It's his team, bro. That's just how it is, bro. All right, Chad. That's it for that one, man. WVO. Who is this? Jimmy High Roller. Jimmy High Roller, man.